Welcome again to MathsDoc. Let's look at WASSCE 2025 question number 1. And this question is under read. Please watch to the end to get some key understanding under this question. Now let's look at the question. An intercity shuttle traveled between two cities, Amanfrom and Kotoku, covering the first half of the distance at an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour. And the second half at 90 kilometers per hour. The total distance between the two cities is 300. Calculate for the entire journey the average speed of the shuttle. The second part, if the speed of the shuttle in the first half of the journey is reduced to 50 kilometers per hour, determine its effect on the overall time. Now, the first thing that you should know is the information given, the total distance. With the total distance, we have been given 300 kilometers. Now, if you listen to the question carefully, you realize that the journey was taken halfway at a time. So each half, it means you divide the total distance by 2. And when you divide the total distance by each half of the journey, is going to be 150 kilometers. Now let's move on to the solution. Now the first part is to calculate the entire journey, the average speed of the shuttle. Now the first thing is that there are informations speed. You should know how to calculate speed. So we know that time is equal to distance taken over the speed. So in this case, you have to calculate your time for each of the halfway distance covered. Let's look at the first half of the time. Let's use T1 for the first half. So the first half, the distance halfway is going to be 150 over the speed for the first half, which is 60. And that will give you 2.5 hours. Yes, so when you calculate this, 150 divided by 60 to give you 2.5 hours. Now let's look at the second half, so T2. And that one too is 150. And if you read the question, the second half also took 90 kilometers per hour. That is speed, so 90. And so when you divide 150 by 90, you get 1.67 hours. Can we calculate for the total distance or the total time? So total time is going to be 2.5 plus 1.67, and 2.5 plus 1.6 will give you 4.17 kilometers, 4.17 hours actually. Now that we know our time, we can now calculate our speed. Now we know time is equal to distance over speed. So I know speed is just to make the speed the subject is the distance over the time. Beloved, this is where you should be able to understand the concept of rate. In terms of rates, you should be able to know how to find time and how to find speed and also how to find distance. So let's do our total calculation. Now the total distance is 300. And then the total time that we have now is 4.17 hours. So if you use your calculator to do this calculation, you realize that you are going to get 71.92, 71.94 or something kilometers per hour. Mind you, the question did not ask us to approximate, but we can have an approximation to give you exact figures. So we have 71.9, rounding of 71 to the nearest whole number, we're going to get 72 kilometers per hour. Now let's look at the B part of the question. Now the B part of the question says if the speed is reduced for the first half. Now remember, the first half the speed was 60. Now it has been reduced to 50. So he says that to 50. So determine its effect on the overall time. Now we know already for the first half it was 60, now 50. So let's calculate the time. So that was going to be the time is going to be the 150 over the new reduced time. And that will give you 3.0 hours. In this case, since you know that the new time is 3 and then the old time for the first one we calculated is 2.5. Let's find the difference. So it's going to be 3.0 minus the old time 2.5. And if you check, you are going to get 0.5. And in this case, it means that the new time, the difference is 0.5. So what is our conclusion? The overall time has increased by 0.5 hours, or 0.5 can also be taken as 30 minutes. That's 30 minutes. Dear learner, I think that you enjoyed this lesson. Try as much as possible to go through your rates topic in order to get more understanding in this area. Please subscribe and click on the notification so that any lesson you enjoy. We'll look at question number 2. Have a nice day.